Okay, everybody has probably heard the story of Lauren and Brian's wedding, and maybe you saw that van kind of riding around town. I think it had Mississippi or Bust on the back of it. Well, there's a story about that van, and one of the members of that entourage that came from Washington State is with me this morning. It is Dan, the best man. Now, Dan, thanks for joining me here on the air here at Kicks 92.1.
Great to be here.
All right, now tell me how this came about. Of course, I know that a bunch of you guys got together, but what possessed you to drive across country?
Well, we all just thought it would be a great idea, of course. I mean, what could be better than 7 guys crammed into a tiny van and driving 5,000 miles across the country?
Nonstop.
But, yes.
Yeah, well, that's, again, did you have a great time? Was it an adventure?
Oh, it was a great adventure. None of us have ever been through anything like this before, and just, between that and the wedding, it was just fantastic.
Well, now, how many miles did you actually drive?
I believe our recorded mileage through our GPS was actually 5,500 miles round trip.
Well, and you took, what was your route coming down here? It was kind of a northern route, wasn't it?
Yeah, we actually went and picked up our last member of the group in Pullman, Washington, and proceeded east through Montana, and then North Dakota, South Dakota, and just kept heading south until we hit Cleveland.
Well, they did stop once in Montana, just once.
Oh yeah, we did have a stop in Montana, and it was not exactly the most desirable stop to make, but hey, we stopped nonetheless.
So now you guys pooled your money and bought this van for what, $500?
It was $425 to be exact.
Oh, $425. Wow.
500's a little rich for their blood.
Oh, okay, $425.
Let's be honest.
Okay. And how many times did you? I mean, what kind of van was it?
It was a 1984 Dodge 150 with a 318 V8. Just a healthy little engine. And it's 8-passenger. And boy, this thing was sore on the eyes, as many people like to put it.
Well, I noticed that you didn't take time to wash it or anything. Were you afraid it was going to fall apart if you actually took the dirt off of it?
What's funny is the thing was spotless when we left Washington.
Really?
Absolutely spotless.
There were pictures. I saw pictures of after they cleaned it. The thing was beautiful. It was shiny. It was sparkling clean. And apparently at some point there was a little bit of dirt maybe floating in the air, barely noticeable.
Yeah. Sure.
More than just a little bit. I'd say about 300,000 cubic yards of it, but that's fine too.
And that stuff didn't even come off in the rain.
Exactly. Pouring down rain. For days of pouring down rain didn't come off.
I can believe that. Well, now, what was the most interesting thing that happened to you on your travels? First of all, how long did it take you? How was it 3 days to get here or something?
I think it took us, let's see, we left Sunday morning of last week, or about Sunday afternoon, about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we got there, I believe, on Thursday morning. We stayed the overnight in Memphis.
Right.
So it took about 2 days to get down there total.
And you guys never stopped?
We didn't stop until we got to St. Louis. We stayed in a hotel in St. Louis.
Right. What was the most interesting thing, or what thing did you notice about the trip that kind of stood out to you?
I wouldn't know where to begin. Everything that happened to us was just so unique. I mean, between breaking down in the middle of Montana in a town that isn't even on the map, hitting a 12-mile road back up when I have to go to the bathroom so bad I'm about to explode in North Dakota, and then just hitting the heat in Minnesota or
Missouri.
Not Minnesota.
Missouri.
Absolutely incredible.
Well, I should mention that they did not have any air conditioning in the van.
It was actually heated.
Of course it was.
Oh, the heat worked great. Worked great, but no air conditioning.
Now, on the trip home, you took the southern route, right?
Correct.
All right, you went through Louisiana. Where did you go?
We started going west through the southern states, as you mentioned. We hit Louisiana, Texas. I'm trying to think exactly what states. I was sleeping for most of the time, or trying to, so it's kind of blurry.
I can't blame you.
How big were the stakes in Texas?
Didn't you guys stop somewhere and have a big steak or something?
Oh, we stopped at the Big Texan, and I think it was Amarillo.
Uh-huh.
And we actually didn't get the $70 steak because I doubt between the 7 of us we could have eaten it all. But talk about great food, man. I'm telling you. Holy mackerel.
Well, I tell you what, you guys were great. It was great to meet you. And I asked Brian the other day, I said, are they always that well behaved? And he snickered. And he said they're very respectful of their elders, and I must say that you were. And it was great to meet you. And you guys, you did great in the wedding and everything. So, and I must admire you for because I won't go to the grocery store unless I know I got a backup. And you guys got in a van that you almost paid $500 for, and you drove across country. And I must say I'm impressed.
Yes, we were quite impressed as well.
As well you should. Well, anyway, it was nice to meet you guys. And like I say, I'm so glad that you participated in their wedding, and you added a lot to it. And you have a story here that I know a lot of people have always dreamt of buying that van and heading off across country. I can only say that probably I'd spend more than $500 if I were going to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say probably not specifically that van.
No, not that van. But you guys.
Hey, we did fall in love with that van after a while.
So what are you going to do with the van now?
To be honest, I'm not sure. We're probably going to try to sell it, which is just a heartbreaker because that is like our second home or iron prison, whatever you want to call it. But,
that thing was beautiful. I don't know how you could sell it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway. Well, I hope you get the smell out. And
we do too.
Dan, the best man, joining us this morning. Dan, thank you so much. You want to hang on? You probably want to say goodbye to Brian, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir. I'd love to.
All right, just hang on a second, all right?
All righty.